So now we know what a collection is. Now we know under the FCRA how the furnishers are supposed to respond to disputes and how things are supposed to report. And we have seen the big boys. I showed you their websites, what they look like. Now we're going to take a look at an actual credit report, and I'm going to show you guys how to remove, or to dispute rather. It's up to the credit bureaus to remove, but how to dispute these collection accounts when they are on your credit report. So we're going to use the credit report from part 3, and we're going to go over once again. I'm going to show you all the negatives on the credit report, and this is how you should dispute it. Remember, under the FCRA, it was supposed to be 100% accurate, or they didn't say 100% accurate on the form, but it did say it has to be accurate information. Here with NCB, this is showing a bunch of information, but I can tell you right now, even without comparing it to the other credit bureaus, that there's inaccurate information on here. So NCB is a collection agency. This is the account number. They're saying this is the high balance, but this was never verified. Okay, keep that in mind in the future. The date of last activity was November 1st, 2018, and the date this was reported was December 1st, 2023. So they waited all these years for it to be reported. Okay, don't worry about it. But the big thing here is the date it was opened. So if you notice, the date it was open was on New Year's Day of 2019. How is it opened on New Year's when no banks are open, no companies are open on this day? So that's inaccurate information. Now, another violation here is that it says there's a balance owed. But if there's a collection account and they pay the debt with the original creditor off, there is no balance owed by the consumer. So this young lady does not owe this, but they're stating that she does. There is no close date. So this is false information. Without a close date, this looks like an open debt. You don't want open debt. It should not show open debt. So since it does, this is inaccurate information. Anytime there is a collection account or a collection agency buys out your debt, that account is technically closed. It's closed out, it's paid for, and they have to put a close date on the credit report. Now, this is an individual, that's fine, but you see here, this is saying that it's open. How is this an open account if the debt is paid off, if this is closed out? So this should say closed, not open. Now, it's also stating that it's 120 days late. So again, false information. This is inaccurate information. This was paid. So it should not show 120 days late. This is a collection account. They got that right. They got that part right. And notice they did not show the original creditor. And then it says the last payment made was November 1st, 2018. Let's see if that compares to date of last. Okay, so their date of the last activity is the same date as the date it was last paid. When it comes to disputing how I'm going to dispute this account, I'm going to bring up all of those issues in a dispute letter, and then I'm going to send it to the credit bureaus and let them start that whole process. Let the dispute process begin. Now we're going to go to a company that we talked about already, LVNV Funding. They have to be accurate, right? They have to report the facts, right? And I can tell you right now, they're showing conflicting information between the two credit bureaus that they're reporting on. So here, so far, the account numbers look the same. The high balance they're saying is the same. This was not verified. That's an issue. I like to show the bigger facts here, the hard hitting issues, and date of last activity is one of them. This is inaccurate information. So Experian is saying one date, Equifax is saying another. If you're supposed to be completely accurate, which one is facts? Which one is facts? We don't know, and it wasn't verified. The data was open. They have the same date. Okay. Balance owed on a collection account shouldn't be on here. Shouldn't be on here. Where's the close date? The close date is missing. This is a collection account. This is a collection agency. They paid the debt off already. Now, one account is saying, one credit bureau is saying closed, another one is saying open. Okay, this is inaccurate information. And this is a major violation against the FCRA, under your rights under the FCRA. Collection charge off. This one's saying late 120 days. How is it 120 days late if this is a closed collection account? Do you understand? So you want to go through each and every item. Last payment, there was none. This one is saying March 1st, 2019. I don't know which one's fact. I don't know. This shows they never made a final payment. This one's saying they did. This one is saying the term length was a month. This one is leaving it blank. It could be 60 months. It could be, we don't know because it's like they're making up shit as they go. The account type, Experian is saying is unknown. Equifax is saying collection. Which is it? Pick your struggle, people. So, yeah, you just want to keep going through these collection agencies, see how they're reporting. This was in good standing. But yeah, IC systems, you want to pick apart every little detail that is inaccurate. Anything that's not 100%. This is not the same as this. That's the date of last activity. If you see something on a holiday, this was what, New Year's Eve, the date it was reported. Companies weren't open then. And look at December 31st. Yeah, that's a Sunday. So you know that's wrong. Date of last activity, that's a Sunday. They weren't open. Most companies aren't open around that time. So this, this is a lie. Okay. The date it was open, March 16th, March 1st, 2022, two different dates. There's a balance owed on a collection account. Same thing. Close date. Same thing. Where is the close date? This account, one is open, one is closed. Even if you don't have to be a credit repair expert to understand what I'm explaining to y'all. And in a nutshell, you're just showing the inaccuracies. I'm not even going into great detail of anything else. What I'm teaching y'all is very simple. I'm telling you what a collection agency is, what it means to have something in collections, who the big players are, how to look at it on your credit report, and how to actually dispute it. My little bonus tip that I shared with you guys in part 3 that I said was going to come up is I actually am going to share a dispute letter that I use. And you can purchase my dispute letters. I'll show you that in a second on my website at fixmycreditnow850.com. But I do have a dispute letter that I use that's very effective. This is something that I created over the years. I've said this in a different podcast where I was explaining you can get dispute letters for free. You can buy dispute letters. Do what you feel is best for you. You want to have something that works. You want a dispute letter that works. And because I've been disputing for so many years, like, I was able to pretty much create dispute letters that were effective. It's a generic basic letter that I use. So this is the setup. You always want to have your name. You want to have who you're writing to, which credit bureau. And there's 63 of them. So I just have Equifax on here. So whomever you're disputing, this letter can go across all 63 credit bureaus and you'll be fine. Make sure you have the last four of your social. You do not need to have your full social. They already have it more than likely, but that's not something you need to provide. You do not need to provide a social security card. But if you need to, and that's all the identity you have, so be it. You want to put a date of birth and a date. Now, I just put to whom it may concern. This is a template letter that I've created over the years. I kind of put a mixture of a personal identification letter in with a dispute letter. And if you want to know what all that is, just check out my other videos where I get into more detail about that. I also offer a free downloadable personal information letter. I see you guys all the time on my website downloading it. So I'm glad you're catching on. Now, the accounts. This is how I dispute, right? I think this is a collection account. Yep. If you could take a look at it, collection charge off, right? And then it's just a simple template that I'm using. I'm bringing up the account information. I'm pointing out every single thing that's wrong. Like I said in the prior video, I'm writing all over it and showing them what's wrong and pointing out with arrows and question marks. Hey, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. And this is my inquiries, public records, so on and so forth. I continue on with the template and then you wrap it up with your name. And you always want to make sure that you have your driver's license and a picture of a bill or something with your address on there. Why? Because the credit bureaus will not accept your dispute letters. They will return them to you if they can't identify you. So it's just like giving identifying information. Now I'm going to go over to my website and I'll show you where you can get your letters from. So in a nutshell, you want to go to fixmycreditnow850.com. Then you want to scroll down, set up a consultation with me. You can just click on that. It will take you here. Follow the directions. You should be smooth, good to go. Yeah, schedule your consultation. But To get to my letters, you want to scroll up and you see this right here, these lines. You want to click on the menu and you have your DIY store. So click on that. And then I have some free stuff. If you want to download personal information letters, I strongly encourage you to do that. If you want a little bit of credit education there, it's an oldie but goodie, very valuable information. Download that. That's for free as well. Now, what you want to do is go here and get your dispute letters. I have a vault. I have several dispute letters that are very effective. I use them to this day personally for my clients, and they're very effective. Again, you can check out other stuff. I even have step-by-step guides for removing student loans, so on and so forth. So go check it out. It's a cool ass website. Now you know all about the collections. Hopefully, this makes some sort of sense. I know it's confusing to you. I know it's frustrating. Don't let them hit you with the okey doke and then you're just accepting everything and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait the 7 years for them to fall off. It's not gonna fall off because one of the things that credit collection agencies are good at is renewing the debt on your credit report. Yeah, they're good for that. Re-aging. It's called re-aging. If you don't believe me, Google it yourself, right? But they've like mastered that. And you don't want them to re-age this debt on your credit report. And now you got to wait another 7 years. But anyway, hopefully this was super, super helpful. Thank you for listening, sharing, and all that. Now, be sure to set up a free consultation with me. 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. Hit me up when you're serious and you're ready for your credit to be fixed. If you don't want to fix it yourself, definitely hit the website if you want to do it yourself. Very valuable information. Check out my Facebook page. Y'all know I already have 5 Facebook pages, but I'm on Credit and First Time Homebuyers Plug. All of that is in the description. Be sure to download, check my podcast out. I tell a lot of my stories on my podcast, and I think it posts again on my YouTube. So if you don't check it out on like Spotify or iHeartRadio, you can definitely just check it out on YouTube. But I'm all over the place in these streets, y'all. But definitely like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I do want to say good luck to you guys on your credit journey. You have a good day.